It's really about money.
Every day, working families struggle across this country to make ends meet.
Society immediately has some responsibility.
There's very little quality childcare available.
There's much higher demand for childcare than there is available supply. Study after study has shown that kids who go to good childcare start out in school in a better position than those who don't. Well, I think what's actually most interesting about the study itself is that for the first time we tried to look at childcare from this idea that it's an infrastructure, that it's an essential thing, as essential as transportation or even sort of agriculture or other sectors that we look at as being critical to the functioning of an economy.
We get calls every day from people who are looking for care. I think it's appalling that we don't have any competition in the city of Oakland, that people who want good care for their baby can't always find it. That's the other piece of infrastructure, is that if we want to build a healthy society, we need healthy people. And we need people who have healthy bodies and healthy minds and healthy souls and, you know, a healthy sense of how the world should be.
Fight Crime Investing Kids is an organization led by law enforcement leaders and crime victims across the state, over 400 police chiefs, sheriffs, district attorneys, and crime victims in California, and over 5,000 nationally. And we look at what the evidence says about what keeps kids on the right track and away from crime. You know, the research on early education is very, very powerful. And a lot of that stems from the fact that we know that children's brains are developing at a rapid pace in their early years. In fact, 90% of all brain development happens in the first few years of a child's life. So research has followed children all the way from being preschool age all the way as far as age 40 and shown in randomized experiments the real impact that a high-quality early education can have. For example, research shows that children in a high-quality early education are up to 44% more likely to graduate from high school. Also, the impact on crime prevention is significant. By age 27, kids left out of the program were 5 times more likely to become chronic offenders than kids in a high-quality program. And all of that translates into dollars and cents. Every dollar invested in a high-quality preschool program can save as much as $16, and that's from taxes because they earn more. That's from savings to the criminal justice system and to crime victims because they're less likely to commit crime. Also savings to the welfare state because they're less likely to need government assistance.
Not being able to find care was not an option for us. What we really needed was just basically full-time, Monday through Friday, childcare for a working couple that is affordable and easy access for the work commute, as well as providing a very high quality care. And that was actually very, very difficult to find. What that means is that many families will have to choose between going back to work or putting their child in care that is not high quality or not as desirable as they want to continue to work.
The human brain develops the most at the age of 2. The year between 2 and 3 is the most developmentally rich time in a human brain. And when you have a child that's having poor attachment issues and has been through the ringer, you really don't want to take her to a sort of daycare place where they would just put them in front of a TV. It's actually quality preschool education or early childhood education. That's something that I think is needed much more than just somebody who can occupy your child from 9 to 6, 9 to 5. If you really want a solution to the racial tensions and the class tensions in America, it's like create really diverse, sort of really accepting early childhood education programs where the kids get exposed when they don't have all the filters of all the isms that we sort of give them as adults or they experience as adults.
I can't find childcare. Can't find childcare. Can't find it. The only way I ended up with childcare for my daughter is, like I said, through the Head Start at the college that I'm going to be attending. I want to work. And then for me to be told that, oh, you have to go out and apply for welfare in order to get this, child care that you need, and then it cuts off the little income that I'm getting.
I've seen the impact poverty has played in young children's lives and how this systemic issue needs to be addressed in my community as well as the community at large. Building Bridges is a community-oriented approach to early care and education. My knowledge has been introduced to me by doctors, researchers, professors, and other experts in the ECD field who have been advocating these statistics for close to a decade. We have our center in place. Over 25% of our slots are reserved for very low and low-income families, and the other 75% are the working-class families who need quality childcare in order to retain or obtain full-time employment. Our program is an extremely small and intimate setting where we have a capacity to serve only 20 to 24 children on a daily basis. We will offer and bring in agencies that do not have a safe early childhood space to offer for families they serve, so those families' young children can have a safe place to play. We ask that people get involved in helping advance the cause, build our program, and help address the dire needs of families who need access to quality early care and education. The fact of the matter is, when it comes to young children needing childcare in our society, we are all held responsible.